Hey, I'm back with another video. Now we talk about the Spider-Man movie, and I seen it. I like the movie. There was some things in there I like, and maybe some things that wish they could have delved more in. But I understand probably why they didn't do it because of the audience, the target audience. Where the Incredible Hulk being in there, the Hulk. You had the Punisher, Jean Grey, and Spider-Man friends, and it was going. We don't know Spider-Man's going through things, right? Aunt May's gone. His friends don't know who is, right? So he's a stranger to them. And Spider-Man is like Spider-Man has no one basically because they don't know who he is. And we see it started like a relationship. I'm not as a dating, but between the police woman, right? And she confides in him about things that's going on and stuff like that. So we got that going, which is cool. And as you see, Spider Man's, he's tried, even though he's going for things, still try to do the good thing, like that. You see, he tries to do that because he's a hero, though. Right? He's a teenager, a flawed human, but still try to be the hero every day, no matter what he's going through. Wake up and try to be the hero, do good, save the city, yada yada yada. Right? Cool. And this damage control, which I don't really trust. They have a checker pass with me. If you remember the damage control from Wonder Man, they gave him problems. And now as you going through the movie, you see him asking Dr. Banner about questions about his mutations things and whatever to keep it in check. Inhibitors, right? So he talks about that. So he pretty busy. You're not really a student. So Banner knows he's not really a student here and stuff. So you got that going on. And the Punisher, where he saved him and stuff. The Punisher, right? Which I think the Punisher was done well in this movie. So kudos to the Punisher being in there. And then we get this shadowy figure that's going on, like manipulate people's minds to do things, whatever, right? Controlling them. So what? And that turns out to be Jean Grey. Like, those who don't know who Jean Grey is, she's part of one of the members of the X-Men, a strong telepath, one of the most powerful mutants on the Earth. And so, but this is a younger Jean Grey as well. And something Dempsey Control done with her sister's not being around no more, whatever. And she's trying to get back at them from the shadows. So that's why she's doing that, from the shadows and all that stuff. Thank God she ain't turned to the Phoenix though in that movie, right? Or that really been a big problem. So she's doing that. That's what she's been doing, operating the shadowy figure, right? And so, but Peter, like, you tell he still has feelings for MJ, even though MJ don't know who he is. You see him he bring her flowers and all that, right? And so, like, and so as we keep going forward, once he grabs manipulates Jean Grey. Well, actually, she was manipulating Jean Grey. But remember, she became, Jean Grey. Pardon me, Jean Grey manipulates MJ, right? And now who Spider thinks he's coming to save her is actually Jean Grey, who's been talking to that at that time right there. And they kiss each other, right? And she found out that it's sad that there's no mention of you in her head at all. So she's completely MJ's completely don't even know Peter Parker no more ever, right? Completely gone and stuff like that. And that's why and then she finally left when Spider-Man had caught her though, because she went off to whatever, right? And so yeah, so it was just like cat and mouse game basically being played, right? Cat and mouse game. And so we get now Spider-Man think he was doing something when he brung her in and stuff, right? For the damage control, but it turns out that he might have been wrong and that the damage control wasn't up to who they say they are. So he winds up going back. Now let me slow down a little bit. Let me slow down. That the battle with the Hulk, the little battle with the Hulk was going. People say, "Oh, well, there's no way he could take a punch from the Hulk." I'm cool with that, right? It wasn't a super enraged Hulk. And two, it's a movie that it's going along with the storyline, whatever the case may be. Like, I don't want to completely nitpick a movie. It was a good movie. It's a good movie. I don't need to try to go and nitpick them. No, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to nitpick nothing like that. No. And so he goes back, and now he's fighting those ninjas. And you see the stuff that was happening, the stuff out the video game, literally out the video game. When they had those lightning rods, whatever, literally out the video game. So it was being paid homage to Insomniac for making those kick-ass Spider-Man video games. And so, and how does all, you know what? So the movie been out for a while, so these probably are spoilers, but whatever. The Punisher nearly killed Spider-Man. I say, damn, he shot him. But Jean Grey was keeping him alive. So basically, Jean Grey saved Spider-Man's life. I guess, a debt paid to what he tried to help her out and stuff, right? But yeah, I'm gonna see in closing, before I get my grade on Spider, I want to see what they do with the Punisher going forward, the Hulk, and Jean Grey. The answer is Jean Grey. We know X-Men movies coming out. I believe possibly 2028. Don't quote me on that. And so we know what Jean Grey, what's gonna happen with her. She's gonna be part of the X-Men movie, right? We know that. And also Avengers Doomsday, where they probably gonna come together because you've seen the trailer of Avengers Doomsday, so that's all. It's gonna be connected with this though, because we got a glimpse of Jean Grey, so we know that X-Men is there in this universe. They're coming along, so we'll see how that all plays out. But I'm interested in what they're gonna do with the Punisher though. That's what I'm saying. With Spider-Man going forward, so hopefully we'll get closer to a Miles Morales though live action movie, or hear some whispers about that. Hopefully, right? Because I think Miles Morales possibly could be a cool, you know, derivative character for them to do whatever, right? So that'd be cool. But as far as this movie, I was thrilled, excited, and I gave it an A grade. Not gonna give it a number, but I'm just giving it an A grade. We know A grade comes with a certain between a certain number, whatever whatever number you want to give that. That's fine to you, but for me, I'll give it an A. It aced the test. Now it's to talk about before we had comic book fatigue. I think maybe not much as comic book fatigue is maybe the consumers are fatigued of these stories or plots that they don't care about anymore. Where you could get away with that from years ago, maybe 10 years ago, you could probably get away with that, but probably now you can't get away with that. You really have to come with your A game, and just like the grade, Spider-Man came with his A game. And so, far as what Spider-Man, the character Spider-Man is, this story works. What is it felt less of a comic book movie because it felt more grounded. It felt more of a film to me, personally. And the only thing I'm saying, too bad it couldn't go more into him mutating more in that spider or whatever, because the target audience are really the kids though. So then the kids wouldn't be able to really watch it like that. They even get scared, right? But I understand that, so that's what I'm saying. That 'cause I understand because it's target audience. I said that, so that's probably why they couldn't go more into that man spider or whatever. But it was an excellent movie. Marvel definitely got one on their hands right this one, well over $1 billion, well probably on its way to $2 billion. And so now we wait for Avengers Doomsday to come out, and that'll cap the year off for us, Marvel. Can't wait to see what next year and the years beyond comes. So that's it for me right now. Like I said, I gave it an A. I enjoyed this movie. Really good movie. I would recommend watching it over, rewatch it, get it on digital. Also buy the 4K Blu-ray when it comes out. I actually pre-ordered the collector's edition, which is like $150 something. So I hold on to that. It might be worth something, down the line, because Spider-Man has a huge fan base, so I could always just resell it, if need be. But yeah, I enjoyed the movie, so, and I believe you will too. So let me know what you think. Like, comment, subscribe. I'm out of here. So all my reviews are gonna be based on grade and stuff. It won't be like a number score or numeric score. It'll be just based off of grades, and that'll be it going forward. So like, I'm out of here. One.